Well, Ashley, what a round of golf. Goodness me, you must be feeling absolutely delighted.
Yeah, obviously I'm very pleased, to be able to, I think, shoot that score in those conditions. You have to be able to pat yourself on the back, so much so that I thought I was 6 under and not 7, so I was 8 under playing the last, which I think, if I have to look back, is probably one of the best rounds of golf I've ever played.
Wow. Let's go back to the start of the day, the warm-up. You obviously had a great round yesterday. Were you feeling nervous at all, or were you just feeling like things were kind of all feeling in place?
I was feeling pretty calm. I've done good work on my swing with my coach for so long now, and I feel my lines are where they need to be, and I just need to keep my tempo. If I keep my tempo, then most of the time it tends to fall. The club needs to fall where it needs to fall. So, yeah, I felt I had a really good warm-up. I hit a few extra chips today because I didn't feel I chipped too well yesterday when I did have to, and at least it showed on 17 that that paid off.
It certainly did. You talk about tempo. A lot of people struggle to keep their tempo when the wind is gusting up to 25, 26 miles an hour. How are you managing that?
It's different thoughts for everybody. We've kind of got it down to whereas if I swing 40% up and I lock it in at the top, then my tempo is good, or you count 1, 2, 3. So that's all I'm trying to do is remind myself of every shot. I'm like 40% up, 40% up. And that's my only focus. And after that, wherever the ball goes, it goes. And luckily, today went pretty straight.
And are you a player, I mean, obviously you could see as you were going around, you were just making the gap on the field bigger and bigger. Are you a player that feels comfortable looking to tomorrow now, having such a big lead ahead of the field?
I don't think you can ever be comfortable in a major, whether you're coming from behind or leading. It's going to be another tough day. The wind's going to blow, which is good. I'd prefer it that way. But they say, big leads are often more difficult. And I think because you try maybe play defensively. But I think if I just keep doing what I'm doing and sticking to those steps, hopefully it'll be good enough.
Great round of golf and very good luck tomorrow.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Lots of good shots out there today. We'll look at the second shot. 14 rank. What was the distance in the quarter?
14. I think I only had around 155 meters, but I hit 5 wood. By that time the wind was gusting up to 30 kilometers. We were playing 3 club winds, so those holes are brutal. But the good thing is you have the space in the front if you need it, and short's always okay, and you can run it up. So. But we got that one to the hole, and then the next hole hit 5 wood again, 5 wood into 18, so there was a lot of woods coming in.
Have you ever played better than that?
Probably not. If I think about when we played at Woburn a few years ago, I think the second round I shot 64 or 65, and I remember that being a really good day. But I think I'm most proud of the way I just stayed focused and calm, and that's all I try to control. I wasn't thinking of the outcome, and I only saw a leaderboard for the first time, I think, when I was on 13. And then I just said to myself, okay, that's fine, you're in a good spot, check back in with yourself now and concentrate on what you're trying to do.
Was there one shot you can pick out? I mean, it must be difficult after that.
Yeah, to be honest, the pass saves are huge. I mean, I made a good pass save on one at a difficult putt, shot a little off the downhill line, and made a good save on 3. I was in 3 divots today, and they didn't quite come out every time how I'd like to. But I think I hit a nice tee shot on number 4 today to a few feet, which was pretty cool. And the 5 wood on 14 was huge, I think.
Yeah, and you've killed off a lot of challengers, potential challengers. How important is that?
I don't know about that. It's like you say, in these conditions, anything can happen. It's proven there's been low scores, and likewise the other way. So we'll see what happens.
Have you slept on a 5-shot lead in your life?
I don't think so. No, I haven't.
How do you handle the long mornings here, waiting for your tee time?
I got my tea time yesterday. I text my caddy, and I love a cup of tea in the afternoon. So I said, we could have tea and cake before we go out. I just took it easy. I only had breakfast at around 10. I tried to space my meals out knowing that, and then had lunch just before I teed off. Try to snack. I think that's the hardest part is the eating. You don't want to overeat either. So I just try to have a nice easy morning. I actually put on the men's golf and watched the men's golf down in Wales. And yeah, it was pretty chill.
Are you staying close by?
I'm about 25 minutes away.
Yeah. You've played well at Gullen and Archerfield.
Yes, yeah.
About this town that you...
Maybe. There's something about Scotland, to be honest. I just love it. I've said this is my favourite tournament of the year. I love links golf. I love how you have to be creative. You don't have to strike it. You know, you just have to, know what shot you want to hit and commit to that one. And yeah, I do love the town. I was pretty bummed when I couldn't get an Airbnb in North Berwick or in Gullen like the previous years, but it's pretty difficult for trying to find accommodation this year.
And you were one shot back in the Scottish Premier Stakes last year. That probably sort of like your best position. And was that like a turning point in your ability on lanes?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I actually couldn't remember that. I know I had a good finish at the Scottish last year. But yeah, I just think I like to be able to flight the ball, and I do that pretty well and taking the spin off it, and I think that's obviously a huge key in Win being able to do that.
Is that 3-wood in on 18?
A 5-wood. And
Five-wood.
I was between 7 and 5, and it's difficult to get the wind completely right, and I was on a little upslope, so I tried to hold the 5-wood, and obviously I just came out of it. And I would say that's probably the worst swing of the day that I had, and then just left the putt in the throat into the wind. But we'll take 5 after that round.
Thank you. Best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Well played.
Cool. Thanks.
Have a good one tomorrow.